Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Funda family. In this video, I will explain Venn diagram. First of all, I'll explain basics of Venn diagram. After that, I'll explain operations in Venn diagram. So let us start this video with first agenda, that is basics of Venn diagram. See, Venn diagram is used to represent sets geometrically. So to represent sets geometrically, we use Venn diagram. Here, sets will be having variables. So one should know, Venn diagram is used to represent sets geometrically. These sets are represented by closed plane figures and elements of sets are presented by point inside enclosed planes. So here we will be having enclosed planes by which we will be representing sets. And inside enclosed planes, by dots, we can represent variables, right? Let me explain this by one example. Let us consider we have a set A that is having variable 1, 3, 5, 7. Then by enclosed plane, one can represent set. You can observe here we have a set A that we have represented by enclosed plane, and inside this enclosed plane, we have variables 1, 3, 5, 7, right? So Venn diagram that we use it to represent sets geometrically, right? Now with Venn diagram, very essential set that you need to understand, that is universal set. See, universal set that covers all the possible sets and their variables. And usually I denote universal set by S. So universal set that will be covering all the possible sets, right? So if you have multiple sets, then all the multiple sets that is been enclosed by universal set, right? Now I'll explain you complement of set in Venn diagram. See, complement of set means what? It includes all the variables other than given set. If you have set A, inside set A, if you have some variables, and outside of set A, if you have some variables, then complement of given set will cover other than all the variables which is there inside the set, right? Let me explain this by one example. You can observe here we have a set A, and this set A that is having variable 1, 3, 5, 7. And universal set means here we have all possible sets which is there inside universal set. And inside universal set S, we have few more variables like 2, 4 and 6. Then when you talk about complement of set, then that will be covering all the variables other than given set A. So with complement of set A, we will be having variable 2, 4 and 6, right? So complement means other than given set, right? Now I'll explain you few more interesting operations like what is B minus A, what is A and B, what is A minus B, and what is A or B. Let me explain this. So here, if you talk about B minus A, then we need to perform operation that is set B minus A. So that should cover variables which is there inside B and it should not be there inside A. What it means? Here we have set B and here we have set A. So B minus A means we will be having all the possible variables which is there in this region, right? If you talk about A minus B, then that will be having all the variables which is there inside A, and we need to subtract the variables which is there inside B. So here if you observe, we have set A that is having these variables, and minus B means common variables that we need to subtract. So A minus B that is having this region, right? If you talk about A and B, means combined variables of A and B that we need to consider. So here we will be having a region that is this region, means combined variable of set A and set B that we need to consider. And if you talk about A or B, means here all the possible variables which are there inside A and B that we need to consider. Means here all the variables of A as well as all the variables of B that we should consider, right? So these are the basic operations that one should know. And sometimes in examination, you will be given with set A and set B. At that time, you should know the combined variable. Like if you have set A that is having 135, and if you have set B that is having 167, then one is common that is there with A and B that will be available over here, right? And based on operations, you need to understand how resultant set will be having variables. So these are the basics that one should know regarding Venn diagram. And probably in your schooling life also you might have studied this, but still in probability it is essential. So I thought I should make one session based on Venn diagram. Still, if you have any confusion, just place that in comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video.